Seconds left. Westbrook, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
They're down by 1. Gordon.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon, man.
The NBA playoffs have reached the point of
Yeah,
no
look at that. Look at this graph.
return. The second round kicked off with 2 huge surprises, and we gotta start in Oklahoma. After finishing the exhausting back
All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you had a good day. So, I've been wanting to make this video for a couple of days now, or to do a reaction over something pertaining to this topic. Because, well, first of all, this is a video from channel Heat Check. The title is "The NBA Playoffs Have Reached a Point of No Return." Now, the reason I wanted to do this was because I've been watching a ton of playoff basketball over the last couple of weeks since it started. And I gotta say, the NBA is making some changes, apparently, without talking to us or telling us about it. Because the defense they're allowing right now is actually blowing my mind, and in the greatest way possible. I'm seeing a lot of people drive to the basket, absorb contact, no calls. I'm seeing Jokic shove and like elbow people, no calls. And it's not just him, it's everybody. People shoving, pushing. I'm seeing some hand checking getting in there, and people getting away with it right now. So I'm a little confused what the hell the rules are. That part I would appreciate if they actually like made some clear changes, but it seems like under the hood right now they might be testing this out, and I have a theory that they might be testing what some more physical basketball can do ratings wise. So that's kind of the angle that I think is going on under the hood, is they want to see if they allow more physicality, are more of us going to tune in than we did the last couple of years. And I guess we'll find out. All I know is so far with this formula, they got me watching playoff games right now, and I've actually been enjoying the games, most of them at least, as much as I can. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say to start out, and I'll talk more as it goes on, because there's been some really, really great series happening already just in the first round, and now we're in the second round. Seen some great come from behind victories, some game-winning shots. Like, it's been pretty exciting, I gotta say. So here we go. By the way, like the video, all that good stuff. The link to the original video from Heat Check is in the description for you guys.
7 seconds left. Westbrook, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
They're down by 1. Gordon.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon, man.
The NBA playoffs have reached the point of
Yeah,
no
look at that. Look at this graph.
return. The second round kicked off with 2 huge surprises, and we gotta start in Oklahoma. After finishing the exhausting back and forth 7-game series against
Yeah,
the
that was a game winner. That was a game winner right there.
Clippers just 2 days ago, the Nuggets were facing the well-rested OKC Thunder, the most dominant regular season team in ages. And they showed that by jumping to a double-digit lead in the second quarter and maintaining throughout most of the game by doing what they know best, playing rock-solid defense and turning the Jets on offense.
Jokic with a rebound and pushes it up the floor. Intercepted.
Yeah, I
by
watched this
Jordan.
game too. This is wild.
Holmgren gets in for 2. That encapsulates what the Thunder are all about. The steal, Caruso,
Yeah, lazy pass.
cookies, and milk.
The Thunder forced 18 turnovers by the Nuggets compared to just 9 on their end. This seemed to frustrate Coach Jokic, so he made sure to visually express exactly what his teammates need to do during a timeout.
This is a new thing too, since Mike Malone's out of the picture, and we got Adelman Jr. involved. Like, look at him. He is so animated. I never imagined I'd see a Jokic this vocal to his team. Look at it too. Look at the respect. Look at this. All eyes on Jokic.
This was a very animated Joker during the timeout.
So, led by Mr. Do-It-All, Denver started chipping away at the deficit little by little.
Yeah, they did.
Jokic spins, and Jokic finishes. Brown fakes the pass to the wing, and now Gordon will get it. 3-ball, got him.
Couple of possessions later, Nikola didn't like that Holmgren was holding his hand, so he pushed him off a little bit too hard.
Arm wrestling as they went down the floor, a lot of contact.
Jokic and Holmgren both were ready to explode.
Jokic is meaner and tougher than I thought he was. So I'm starting to see that, like, if we would have put him in a more physical league, I think he actually would have enjoyed it, because he likes this. He likes this pushing and shoving stuff. I never would have guessed.
With Jokic in foul trouble so early, the OKC legend stepped up to close the third quarter strong.
Great cut by Westbrook.
Westbrook. He's just a ball of fury.
By the way, how good is it to see Westbrook and his resurgence in Denver? I'm so happy for the guy. I'm so happy after what happened to him in LA.
For three, Russell Westbrook. Murray drags two defenders.
Yep, let him be him.
For Westbrook.
The Thunder are making him pay from three.
Westbrook. The corner J is good.
Russell Westbrook, with a burst of energy, scoring 10 of his 18 points in a 4-minute span, helped the Nuggets cut
Wait
the
till we get to his technical foul that he gets. It's hilarious.
lead to just 5 heading into the final period. However, the Thunder quickly extended it back to double digits early in the fourth, and more problems followed for Denver when Jokic picked up his 5th foul on display with 7 minutes left in the game.
Jokic
Yeah,
against
elbow,
Dort.
elbow to the back of the head, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting called on that one, Jokic.
Foul call.
It's
and Dort
happening.
goes down.
Wow. It looked like Dort fouled Jokic first, and then after the foul, Jokic caught him with an elbow right to the head.
Nikola really set the tone physically against the
I mean, that's some like Shaquille O'Neal shit right there. You know, it's not the normal Jokic we're used to seeing. But like I said, the defensive intensity has stepped up, so he's reacting now. You know what I mean? Because he's getting pushed, he's getting shoved, he's getting hit, so he's reacting to all of that.
aggressive OKC squad. Anyway, he stayed in the game because subbing him out would mean losing the grip of the game at this point. So down by 13, he knew it's time to ramp it up.
Jokic is 12 of 26 from the field, but put 3 on the board.
But the other MVP candidate says, anything you can do, I can do better because...
Step back, James. Bottom. It's a 3.
And here comes a crucial moment of the game where SGA got whistled for a loose ball foul on Jokic. But Coach Daignault decides to challenge the call before hearing from Shea. And you can see him trying to
Yep. He made a mistake. Coach made a mistake there because he actually did hit him.
prevent Mike from doing that because he knows
There it is.
It was an
Yeah,
obvious
so he's
foul.
gonna pull down on his arm right there. I didn't catch this live. I thought like they were gonna win the challenge until I saw this. I'm like, oh, yeah, you done messed up.
foul. So the Thunder have no challenges left as Jokic cuts the deficit to 7 on the free throw line. After a couple of empty possessions on both sides and one made free throw by Russ, we entered the clutch with Jokic getting the switch against the much smaller Caruso. So,
Keeps it up high for Jokic.
Yep,
He's got the
advantage.
mismatch with Caruso.
See, why is no one helping him? You got Caruso on him. Help him out. There it is. Yeah, but it came too late and from the wrong side.
Backs in.
Of course he's gonna make
scores
that,
on the
guys.
interior.
on the other end, Shea gets to a sweet spot as well. The only difference is,
Step back. Off. Holmgren couldn't grab. Down on the floor. Gordon.
Do you guys notice no foul call there?
Takes it out.
Timeout.
Trying to take a timeout.
Yep.
And Denver is granted one with 1:20.
great hustle by Gordon to snatch the ball and call for a timeout.
See, regular season they would have blown the whistle 5 times on that.
Dodging 2 bullets, the Nuggets can make it a 1-possession game.
Jokic, 14 to shoot. Just over a minute to go. Jokic against Hartenstein. Jokic.
Oh, right over him.
Bullseye.
Oh my God.
Nikola swishes the huge 3-pointer over
I forgot
Hartenstein,
about
and
this
it's a
one.
1-point game with a minute to go.
That's a
Watch the
disgusting
Brody
shot.
here playing great defense to force the ball out of SGA's hands, and then recover on the drive by J-Dub to help Murray and disrupt the shot,
Yeah.
causing the miss.
Again, notice no foul.
But one thing the Thunder are known for is their #1 defense, so they respond in similar fashion.
Knock to the
There it
baseline.
is. Big
Controlled by
rebound.
Gordon. Spin. D9. Hartenstein was there.
Yep. In hindsight, he should have dished it out. But I mean, it's the intensity of what's going on.
So they respond in similar fashion.
By the time he got this was a wild play, and he had no visibility to the outside. But he actually did have, I think it was Murray wide open out there.
To the baseline. Controlled by Gordon. Spin.
Yeah.
D9.
What are you gonna do, man? Good defense.
Hartenstein was there.
Good defense.
15 seconds to go. Westbrook called for a foul.
Amazing block by Williams, and Shea gets fouled eventually. He stays calm on the line and knocks down both free throws to give his team a 3-point lead with 14 seconds on the clock. And Caruso fouls Jokic immediately off the inbounds to prevent the
I
3.
know Jokic in hindsight, he should have shot that. He would have got 3 free throws.
So it's Nikola's time to return the favor, and he does just that to keep the chase alive, which leads us to this miscommunication by Denver on defense.
Yeah, this is bad.
For the jam.
But look, 11 seconds left on the clock, and they're down by, OKC is up by 3.
With no timeouts left and Jokic waiting to get in on the sidelines, OKC sends Aaron Gordon to the line, and he keeps his end of the bargain.
By the way, would you guys foul up by 3? And you got 11 seconds left? 'Cause I wasn't so sure about the strategy that OKC did.
As well, but now Chet Holmgren gets fouled, and here's where the chain gets broken, causing absolute chaos in the end.
119, 118. Second one for Holmgren.
By the way, is this a sign of things to come with Chet?
119.
So he missed his first free throw, right? That means before this pressure situation, he was 2 of 2, right? Now it comes time to do it in pressure time, and he goes 0 for 2. I don't know. I gotta say, I haven't watched enough Chet over the last 2 years to gauge it. Does he choke? Essentially.
Second one
I don't
for
know.
Holmgren. It rims out. Brown grabs it.
This is wild.
7 seconds left. Westbrook 5
with
seconds.
the assist.
They're down by 1. Gordon got it.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon with a deep shot. Williams three-quarter court.
I mean, the guy's kind of the hero so far of the Denver Nuggets playoff run. He's got 2 game winners.
No good. The Nuggets steal game 1.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
AG with
This is
another game
wild.
winner in the playoffs
Wild
after Chet
ending.
missed his both free throws, choking the game away for the Thunder. Unbelievable! The Nuggets pull off a shocker, going to Oklahoma to steal game 1 after playing a grueling series against the Clippers. Jokic willing his team into a position to win with another masterclass of
Yeah.
42 points, 22 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Disgusting.
All of that in Alexander's backyard. Wow, this is going to be tougher than anyone imagined.
And I gotta say, he worked hard for those numbers.
Moving on to Boston, where the Celtics got to an expected 20-point lead against my Knicks in the third
Okay, this series is shocking me so far.
quarter, despite shooting awful from beyond the arc.
From the pump fake and the scoop. That was a pretty play for Jalen Brunson. Celtics tonight. Here's a 3 by White. And that will drop. And it's an 18-point lead, and it is the biggest tonight in this game 1. It's a 3 by White.
20-point lead and halfway through the third.
However, after the timeout by Tibbs, New York regrouped and responded accordingly, and led by OG started mounting a comeback.
Chased by White. Knocked away from behind. Saved by Bridges. Out to Anunoby, the 3. Good. Hits it right there. Pritchard's defense is there. The fadeaway is launched and nailed. And Brunson with 15. And a rebound by Hart. And the Knicks are running. Anunoby at the other end. He slides in for 2, an 11-point game.
After trailing by 20, the Knicks finished the quarter on a 23-12 run to close the gap to just 9 points heading into the fourth.
And Brunson the other way with the 3. Bullseye. Oh, got it. Here they come.
On the
Yep.
other hand, Boston continued chucking up threes
Yeah.
on a historic pace, but they couldn't find the bottom of the net no matter what.
Chime in in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this. I've been born and always to the day I die. If you're up by 20 and you're chucking threes, you deserve to lose. That's always how I feel. If you're up by 20, you just want to slow the game down, kill the clock, get some good-looking two-pointers. Take the 3 if you're open and the clock is running down, but don't take a 3 as your first choice of a shot
Chucking
like
up
this.
three-
You know what I mean? Burn that clock. But it's complete opposite now, the mindset of basketball. You're up by 20, let's chuck more threes. Keep the pace fast, which I don't understand. You got the lead, you want to slow the pace down now. Where'd I learn that? The Spurs for like 20 years straight until recently under Popovich.
Taken off by Cornette. Brown on the side. Holiday 3. No. Rebound Towns.
Yeah, live and die by the 3. You're gonna die
Dodging bullets
sometimes.
there. It's Pritchard on top. The defense by Bridges. The 3. No. Rebound Towns.
Yeah, keep chucking
lassos the
threes.
ball.
Also,
Good job,
no
guys.
additional word on Kristaps Porzingis, who left the game
Oh my
because
God.
of what the team is calling.
Meanwhile, New York was having a great night from downtown, so the lead evaporated through the middle of the final period.
McBride 3. Good.
I gotta admit, I have not watched this series, and I know it's a pretty wild one because right now, as I record this, the Knicks are actually up 2-0. But watching these highlights right now, I don't think this playoff series is really appealing to me because unlike what we saw in the Denver series, this seems to be just a 3-point shootout and looking kind of eh.
McBride with 11.
Could be the same, could be different.
Anunoby cans another three. In the corner, Brunson, three. Good!
Crazy
Brunson
comeback,
ties
though.
it at 89.
But
Brunson
Boston deserved
completes
the
the
loss.
comeback, hitting the corner three, and we're all tied up. Let's go! And the trend continued in crunch time.
And yeah, the Knicks shooting threes when they're down by 20, that makes perfect sense. But what the hell is Boston doing? They're still doing it. They're still doing it right now. And they lost their 20-point lead by doing this, but they're going to keep doubling down on it. Live by the three.
As well, with the Celtics breaking
Die by
shot
the
after
three.
shot while Jalen made it rain from distance.
Great offensive player with the ball and a fantastic defender in Holiday.
Now the switch. Brunson a three.
Jesus,
Got
Brunson.
another one. First New York lead since early in the second.
Stop shooting threes, Boston.
No. Rebound.
What is it?
Controls.
They're acting like there's 30 seconds left and they're down by 8. Like, stop chucking threes.
No. Rebound, Bridges, and a whistle.
And he can also draw a foul.
Yeah, Brunson, you keep shooting. Keep shooting. You guys on
Heat
fire.
check. Brunson was spitting fire, connecting on 3 consecutive threes to give his team a 6-point lead. Incredible. But as soon as I got hyped, the reigning champs showed their pedigree.
Back out.
All right, defense.
Anunoby double fires.
Good defense, good no call.
Now to Tatum. Knocked away Brunson. They'll try to tie with the pass inside. Now the lead if White can
Well, they finally hit one.
A 7-0 blitz and the lead is back to Boston's side. Nevertheless, unlike so far in these playoffs, Brunson had a lot of help on the offensive end of this game.
The spin off Holiday. Inside he goes. Outside Anunoby three.
OG was spectacular with 20 of his 29 points in the second half to return the heavy blow for the Knicks. And Drew Holiday used the stretched floor to cut inside and get an easy deuce off the glass to tie the game with under a minute to play.
Holy crap, they actually... There's like a little pick and roll and a two-pointer? Jeez.
Leads us to a couple of great defensive possessions by both teams.
Shot clock at 5. Outside to Anunoby. He'll put up a 2. Off. Rebound White hits the net. Cradles the ball.
Great.
Timeout.
What a great.
Unbelievable. Shot clock at 6.
Stop
Now the
shooting
Robinson three. No.
threes.
Rebound right through his
Wow,
hands.
okay, well, I mean, I've seen enough about this that I don't think I am watching this series then, because this is a ridiculous amount of threes. So what I was saying about like the intensity up, I guess that doesn't apply to this series. I don't know what's going on over here.
Picked up by McBride.
If someone told me before the game that we're going to have a shot for the win with 5 seconds on the clock, I would have laughed.
Right.
But here we are.
Towns. Brunson up for the lead.
Good idea with the...
Man, Brunson's floater
Damn.
rings in and out and we go to overtime.
That's good luck.
That was so damn close. After the review, the refs awarded 0.6 seconds on the clock to the Celtics, but Tatum couldn't even get a shot off in time, so we're playing extra minutes. In OT, nothing comes easy as we waited for a minute and a half for the first bucket, but boy, it was an
Oh.
explosion.
Oh, what a steal by
Picked up
Bridges.
Bridges. In a congested
I miss
corner,
Bridges in
somehow
Phoenix.
dug it out. Inside Anunoby, the
Nice.
and the jam and the foul.
OG converts the end one, and on the other end, watch Brunson playing rock solid defense on Tatum here, not giving him an inch of
Lot of
space,
contact,
causing
guys.
another break. He couldn't get anything to fall in the second half.
I forgot to
Mean-
mention, that's part of the reason why I'm so into it right now, is because the amount of contact that they're allowing on the defensive end is really exposing certain stars. Basically, the idea is like, okay, if you guys have played, you know what it's like to absorb the impact of a strong defender who keeps hitting you, shoving you, little elbow in the back, shot in the side rib, all that stuff. Like, it takes its toll throughout a night. And I mean, when you get winded, you get hit in the stomach, you get hit in the back, it takes the oxygen out of you. temporarily. So you have to recover. All this stuff that these players are not trained to do in a regular season anymore. They used to be. But now they're not. So now all of a sudden in the playoffs, the intensity is up like 5x, and they're getting hit and they're getting winded. Do they have the conditioning to actually survive? I'm seeing a lot of players get winded out here, and it's interesting to see because they have to change their way of play, basically, to deal with the defense. And guys, look at the score. You know, I've seen this multiple times this playoff so far. Like, this is like a 90s score. You know? So the one other thing I wanted to point out too is that for all the young bucks who say like, oh, you know, they're so much better at scoring now, they're so much better offensively now. Look what happens right here. When the defense is allowed to actually make some contact, even these players are not scoring 130 a game. You know what I mean? It becomes a slugfest, which is what us old school fans love. Like, this is the kind of basketball we love watching. See who can survive the slugfest.
Meanwhile, Mikal Bridges comes up with another huge play.
That's my dog.
In the corner, Bridges.
I wish Bridges nothing but success.
It's a 6-point New York lead in overtime.
Unbelievable. Let's go. So down by 6, and with Jason going 3 for 13 after halftime, Jalen takes over the responsibility.
When was the last time you saw Jason Tatum go 3 for 13? But he's not used to getting hit.
It's out to Brown. He's open from 3.
Brown cuts the lead to 3, and Drew Holiday hounds Brownson all over the floor to force a tough fadeaway shot that misses, giving his team a chance to go for the tie. So here comes Jalen again. Cat with the last second effort disrupted Brown's layup, and now the ball is in Captain Crunch Time's hands, who can put the dagger in the Celtics' heart. But cornered by Drew, Brunson passes it to Hart, who misses the contested 3, prolonging the drama at the end.
Clock was down.
So with time winding down, the Knicks' best option is to foul and not let a 3-point shot. But watch what happens.
Here comes Tatum.
Oh, what are you doing? Hold on, I want to watch that again because I think he got disrupted with the defense.
Down, the Knicks' best option is to foul.
All right, Bridges on him.
Not let a 3-point shot.
Bridges got hands on him. Okay, he already has 2 hands on him.
But watch what happens.
That's a hand check, you guys.
Comes Tatum.
Yeah. See, he can't. Look at him. He's not used to this anymore. This is why it's so great. Yeah, you don't know what to do.
That's a bad foul.
Like this, everyone gets exposed. We see who's soft and who's really tough. Like Jokic, apparently, he's tougher physically than I realized. He did not get exposed. Maybe Tatum is.
He was in possession of a 3. Oh, no shot.
Jeez, at first I thought they called a foul on the shot, but luckily for mine and all Knicks fans' sanity, the ref ruled a foul on the ground, so Boston would have an inbound with 3 seconds for the last shot.
It's off to Brown.
Oh, good D. And see, they didn't call that too. That's great.
Wow, Mikal Bridges rips the ball out of Brown's hands, leaving everyone in shock and sealing the victory on the road for New York.
Bridges, we miss you over here in Phoenix. Go kick some ass out there in the playoffs, bro. Go do it.
What an impressive defensive effort by Mikal in the extra period. He delivered big time in the clutch. Here's a phantom cam of me going nuts in my living room in the middle of the night.
What the hell? Seriously? All that's missing is the beer.
Moments like these are what I live for. With this shocking win by the Knicks, we mark the first time in NBA history for 3 60-plus winning teams to lose Game 1 in the same playoff round. If you enjoyed watching this, drop a like and subscribe for daily recaps until we get the new NBA champion. Talk to you in the next.
I really did enjoy that video. That was cool. I only wish it covered some of the first round stuff. That's what I thought, because the first round was epic. What an epic first round. But that's when I started noticing. I'm like, dude, the physicality's up, and it happened while I was I watched a couple of games on my own, and then I was hanging out with my buddies, and they didn't even want to watch, which is crazy because they're younger, but they're like, I don't even want to watch this soft crap, blah blah blah. And I'm like, wait, give it a shot. because what I saw the other day was a lot of defensive physicality. So give it a shot. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, they were on board after a little while, you know, because like the natural inclination is the natural instinct is to just complain about it because we're so used to the NBA being trash. But when we saw that physicality, they were like, okay, this is cool. If they can keep this up, like the NBA can be in okay shape in the future, but they have to keep it up. And in my opinion, for the safety of the players as far as injuries goes, they can't just do this in the playoffs. They have to allow this all season so the players' bodies are conditioned to taking these kind of physical blows night after night. They're used to it, because if you only do this in a burst in the playoffs, then chances are a lot of people are going to get hurt. Now, we haven't seen much of that lately, so maybe I'm wrong, but it just makes sense that when you're putting your body through stuff that it's not trained for, chances are you're going to break something, you're going to sprain something, you know, you're going to tear something. It's just going to happen. So I hope this test is successful, and starting next year, we see some more physicality all 82 games. We'll see. Have you guys been watching? I want to hear from you guys now. If you have been watching, I want to know what you see. Have you noticed the physicality increase as I have? And with that being said, are you guys a little more interested in the playoffs because of that? And then those of you who aren't watching, is it for the obvious reason? Just let me know in the comments. It's just because you're fed up and you're sick and tired. I get you. If I wasn't doing this channel, I probably wouldn't have given it a shot. But because of this channel, I'm glad I did give it a shot. And all I'm gonna say, catch 1 or 2 games this year. Just give it a shot, give it a try. If you don't like it, screw it. You know, you don't have to watch. But I'm telling you, there's a difference. There's a difference compared to what I've seen over the last like 5 years, whatever's going on right now. So with that, I'm gonna head out, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. And I can't wait to see you guys in the comments section, as we always have a good conversation down there. Yeah, guys, like the vid, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And yeah, be water, my friends. Peace out.